9:30 a.m. I had a gut feeling to walk out here to see what was up. And lo and behold, there's one of my guides, waiting for me to come out to show me where to look, right? Come on, you stupid goddamn camera. Pardon my... No, don't pardon my language. If you can't understand by now, the hell with you. But anyways, so walking out here, we are now being presented with cloud formations. Look at this. See how long it's taken to focus in? Pathetic. Once again, ever since this onslaught of non-intelligence. Okay, so, yeah, let's go ahead and go like so. Drop this lighting down. And, yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh, well, I guess there's another reason for me to step out. I guess I have to go down and do a little bit of visiting. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, morning. Good to see ya. All right, I'll be down in a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'll even bring you down a treat. Good to see him. Good to see him. But anyways, let's go ahead and real quick, let's zoom right in on some leafy material here and dim this down and come up over to this. I can't even see it in my screen. Wherever. Just pathetic. I cannot see the sun in my screen. It is just nothing but white out. Anyways, someplace in here is that greater light, and whether there's any objects still near or hovering around it or whatever the case may be, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's right in here someplace. Alright, well, still waiting on some visible overhead air activity to come rolling on by. And when they start making their presence known, of course, I'll be recording and sharing. But until that point in time, hang loose. Because I'm quite certain there's going to be more to come. Alright, the current time is 10 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and affix this to the previous recording, as I have been pondering some thoughts in regards to this thing right here, and what I have been visually observing as well as recording, okay? And this is probably just going to go ahead and blur right out, and I really don't care. But this is the gist of my thoughts pertaining. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, pertaining to this greater light and everything that I reported on through my observations and those explanations thereof. Well, here comes another explanation of my thoughts through my observations, and that is the factor that what I see with my eyes, if that correlates with what I record, then that is one thing. Especially when you are talking now about digital devices and the factors of artificial intelligences, okay? But this is what I can no longer accept, and that is like the mainstream narratives through some of these larger channels and through your so-called astral science agencies or departments or what have you, when it comes to this greater light and what they show us, especially with the close-ups of the sun and all the eruptions and the solar flares and the sunspots and so on and so forth, all come through digital devices. We have these so-called satellites out in outer space that, you know, are telescopic, such as like the Hubble telescope, and the images that are brought back, I no longer believe those images. Because according to, you know, certain sources of information, such as that audio book, The Time Loop Chronicles, chapter 6, how they describe this so-called hologram, okay? Now, once again, I do not believe in the simulation nor matrix theories, because that does not go along with my time loop theory, in which my so-called theory does parallel that of that audio book, in which I still have many hours of listening. But I've kind of lost interest right now because of current situations through my observations. And having to, come to the table again and provide explanations. Now, I cannot explain what I have been recording over the last couple of days. And this also goes, you know, right along with, you know, the narrative of the Canadian wildfires and all of this whiteout, haze, smokiness and whatnot. Okay, that might be part of it. But damn it, I've shown the proof of the chemtrailing, in which I firmly believe has provided the majority of how the sky has been appearing. I'm really getting fed up with stream narratives. I'm really getting tired with the backlash. I should not even have to explain my recordings, as they basically have, you know, they speak for themselves if you're paying attention. Yes, over the last week, give or take, I've also noticed a lot of interferences within connections of receptions. Oh, there goes a glitch. Did you catch that? You know, signals are not all that strong. And once again, they want to blame it on this greater light. I do not believe that narrative. Yes, my TV has been having a lot of issues, and once again, I am not hooked up to cable TV or what have you. It is antenna TV. Of course, picking up on those digital signals, in which I, once again, because of my age and my experiences, analog TV was so much better with all the static and the dial adjustments and all that to the TVs many years back than this digital crap of today. And they keep forcing it down our throats more and more, giving us, false representations of the betterment towards humankind and all the benefits that come along with this new age. Yeah, what the hell ever. I've been around the block quite a few times. When I fight for a reason, for a purpose. Unlike lack of intelligences and their narratives towards greater agendas. And this here, once again, I do not agree with their so-called narratives any longer. It's no wonder why all the ancient writings of observations of this and Miss Luna have survived. Maybe it's those explanations that we need to look at once again, rather than today's explanations. Because we need to be prepared for whatever is kicking off with this, wherever this might be. And on that note, I'm ending it right here. We'll see you again on this flip side, as I will be sharing more. The fight continues forth over realities that need to be exposed.